And nigga, be real to yourself before you real with anybody else. YouTube, what's the big old deal? We back with another one and another one and another one. So look, man, we gotta do some recap, man. Going down this rabbit hole, man. It's starting to become clear as day what certain players that's a part of this indictment is up against. But I'm talking about. I've been watching a gang of videos. When I say these dudes been talking for about 2 or 3 years, man. I'm just shell shocked because I'm like, it didn't catch on until I watched, Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon like really go back and forth with each other. And then Loose was like, all right, well, I'm going to put you out there. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes really talked about the crime and the times. And I double back and look, I see Bricc Baby with a chopstick on his hip the same day he had the interview with Loose Cannon at No Jumper. So that told me that if Loose Cannon would have reached over there and fired him up, he would have put some holes in him, right? But I'm like, wait a minute. You got caught with an AK-47 and all these gun charges, and you still sliding around with a chopstick at No Jumper though? I said, oh, that ain't Loose Cannon. Yeah, that nigga was gonna Loose Cannon. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm starting looking at it, and then I'm just floating through everybody's content, right? We're going to see how he's left with no other choice. At the end of the day, it's so much that's going on behind, not just the weapons, but him being on that wiretap. That wiretap links him to so many different things where they got enough. They don't even need him on the RICO, but we know that they're going to add him to it. But think about it. He's 36 years old. So I'm saying he got that baby girl. Most dudes at that age, homie, I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. Most dudes at that age, they are not finna sit back and take that type of time. It'd be nothing for these dudes. And this is not something to I don't want to try to adjudicate this or act like this is something, but at the end of the day, the way he talks on the internet, actually said he got more murders than most of them from 6-0. Off the back, I'm thinking, what dude would get on a major platform and admit to murders? So with that being said, we got Bricc Baby phone tapped by the feds. Did he get out on Big U? Let's find out. 5, 4, trade, dudes. Let's go.
Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby are both in custody. As you can see, these guys in the several days, like they were just having these conversations because Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon have been talking crazy about each other, and they got cool in the last few days and we're doing podcasts together and we're confessing to crime.
Bricc knows, since Bricc want to bring up some dirt, I'm going to bring up some dirt, right? Because Cuz been blackmailing Bricc.
Nah, he ain't blackmailed.
Cuz been blackmailing Bricc.
He ain't never blackmailed
for years.
He ain't never blackmailed me. Nigga,
okay, but stop.
This is what they're going to use against him. And look, it's crazy because I don't think Loose realized this is what they're looking for. They're looking to prove that Big U is a monster and people is scared to, put him out there. And he hit him with the wow, oh my God, blackmail. Man, they already got him. They already trying to get him on extortion. You hear me? Buck. They trying to get that dude, man. Hey, Loose Cannon, man, that boy got loose with it. He said, "Hey, we just gonna put it up out there. Then let's call a spade a spade." God, digital. Let's go.
Holding it over somebody's head.
Okay,
we all this up together.
Bricc Baby, man, you definitely were, whether maybe you don't like that style of podcasting, but as far as what it was, I mean, he was good at it. He definitely had a big personality. I could see Bricc Baby possibly being in the entertainment industry for a while, but that old arrest of him with the gun. So if he had an AK-47 in his house, like they say, though, who knows if that's even true? Who knows what's true? We're getting this information off the internet. But something's true, because these guys have been indicted.
Talking about Bricc Baby, who the feds went out to his electronics, and Bricc Baby phone was tapped. Bricc Baby phone was tapped, and they had his phones already because he got popped off with the AK-47, and that's why they let his ass out. We still ain't seen no court date or heard no court date.
That Bricc Baby said when I went to jail that it was the game guards. The game guard finally got me. From all that talking, dissing, street gang member. Bricc Baby, if you ever see this interview, look like the Crip guard got y'all. Yeah.
If you haven't been paying attention, this might have went over your head. Since being in federal custody, Bricc Baby hasn't been indulging in any of the online buffoonery like the fake loose cannon is doing through his wife. That alone speaks volumes. It's no secret that the federal authorities this week announced that more than a dozen Rolling 60s Crips members and associates with Eugene Big U Henley as the head have been charged in a sprawling criminal case. According to the federal indictment, courtesy of Big U Enterprise, visitors to Los Angeles are at risk of violence. Big U has also provided examples of.
All right, so let me just say this, man. And really catch this game, man. Now that I sit back, everybody making their content, homie. But let's be clear, them kids that you know what I'm saying, that didn't ask to be here, we're not leaving these kids nothing behind. You see what I'm saying? Especially with the black community. Half the dudes that's gang banging, half of everybody in the streets, man. When we die, we're the only, community that don't really leave nothing financially behind for their kids, homie. You see what I'm saying? Somebody got to do a car wash and a fish fry just to take care of, just to put your little funky body in a casket and all that. You see what I'm saying? And then you got your baby mamas crying, and now some of your homeboys, but that was my nigga. Hey, but if you need anything, let me know. And you better believe somebody gonna be trying to knock the stuffing off your baby mama muffin. Real talk. And don't let a nigga come over there and swipe her down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga. And guess what he gonna do? He gonna leave her ass just to dog her out, just to get back at you, homie. You see what I'm saying? Right now, this should show all these YNs, bro. Like, these dudes are in their late 30s. Understand this. Half these dudes in their late 30s. If y'all believe that everybody that's caught up in that indictment is gonna stay down, they gonna stay solid, homie, you're a fool. You're a fool. Listen, think about it. Hold on, look. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. This the buffoonery that I was looking at, man. Hold on, catch this. Hold on, man.
And we're gonna see Slam. He's gonna show it, but he's gonna lean back, purposefully showing the butt of the Slam to Loose Cannon.
Oh, the M95 for show.
All right, M30, either one.
Boom! What about both? Shout out again to our boys over at Fried, because
They definitely dictated the stream.
the gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact. We had some good fun, good clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different?
Look, Lou see the gun. Look, he see the gun.
You said Compa was the one that get high off of like a little.
You see how
trip out. I'm starting to believe that you're.
you see how you caught it, how Lou seen the gun. He was looking like, yeah, nigga, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he knows. Look, them dudes don't like each other, but at the same time, look, come on, bro. You just got caught with it. And you, man, come on, bro. They're gonna look, that's all over the internet for number one. You see what I'm saying? You got caught with a weapon on a major podcast. They about to use Zaire Mitchell got to be one of the most bozoest people ever. You get caught up behind some multiple guns. They got you. Listen, first of all, allegedly you shot in a commercial residence, right? Them bullet shells had your DNA on them, fingerprints on them. You see what I'm saying? On top of this, you already got cracked with the gun. All of this gun, it's no way. I look, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, homie. If you 35 and up, my nigga, you better believe, nigga, that fast money, you gonna. I don't care if you make 100,000, you're gonna blow that within the next 5 years. If you do, most dudes that get money, they tricking it off. Let me tell you something. You know why most men are starting to stay single? Because they save their money. That's how you save your money like that, boy. These dudes get money and they go trick it off on women that can't help them in a tight squeeze or a jam. This got to be one of the most craziest things. We just seen Bricc Baby floss thousands and thousands of dollars of cash. Not once did we even hear him say something like, you know what, I'm going to put this up for my daughter. Forget the baby mama. Forget her. Hey, listen, I might be gone for a little bit. Hey, but I want my daughter to know that, you know, this 10,000 right here, this for her. You see what I'm saying? This 10,000, yeah, put this on the scoreboard. Let her know, like, yeah, you know, no matter what happened to me, you know, let her know that her dad thought about it. It's the best I can do. That child will probably have a little bit understanding for her father. Like, dang, you know, you ain't gonna be able to, you wasn't here to raise me. But look, he's not gonna be able to raise her at this point. With all this going on, multiple guns, AK-47, over 100 and some rounds of bullet shells. Come on, gang. Ammunition? Come on, man. They're going to paint that boy as a monster. And you know how they coming. The feds, listen, the feds have a 96% conviction rate. They've been working on these dudes since 2020. You see what I'm saying? Wiretaps. They have him in multiple hours of wiretap, just singing like Jodeci, running his mouth. At this point, you got to believe, like, damn, nigga, was you trying to go to jail? You was trying to go home. You got to realize from 2000, all right, so when we talking about Zaire was in the county for like a couple years, from 2016 all the way to 2020. So as soon as he got out, you know what I'm saying, he got right back playing ball. You see what I'm saying? So he spent enough time in the county. So, you know, he going to be able to fight that case with no problem, with a breeze. But once he realized he don't got no more drugs to get high with, them bills is go kick ass. You see what I'm saying? You know, he like a flashy lifestyle, having money, cars, you know, living decent. All of that's going to wear off on that nigga mind. Like, damn, nigga, I ain't had to live like this in years. You know what I'm saying, niggas? This is inhumane to a nigga with some money. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to feel like, yeah, hey, look, I can tell you what Zaire going to be doing right now. He going to be in jail. He be like, nah, not today. Nah, guards, go ahead and let me up out of here. Nah, hey, hey, guard, hey, shut up, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna go to Red Lobster, man. I gotta give me some lobster, some biscuits and some lobster pasta or something. Guards, nah, hey, I'll be back in a couple days, man. Let me up out of here. That's what's finna go down, cuz this nigga's not gonna be able to do this type of time. He too old and he put himself in the worst position ever. Let's go.
Of what can happen to individuals who do not check in with him until it's too late.
Movie production in the hood. Yeah. That's how we do it, young man.
Top flight, baby. Yeah.
GB running this here movie set in the hood.
Come out here.
Coming out here and checking in with GB, getting these movies done. You better know it. You know, anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't check it in,
Oh, well. Just gonna check your ass out.
we're gonna check you in, all right. We're gonna check in all of your equipment.
Man, come on. Y'all can't listen, gang. For Big U to be saying, oh, y'all trying to get somebody in trouble. Y'all telling those people. What you just said? They're gonna have a field day with this type of shit, bro. This cannot be smart. This is not that checking in shit. Guess who they label as the kingpin of checking in? They only say his name. Damn near, if you come to LA, most people run to the 6 O's, and guess who they gonna run? They just said that Kanye West gave Big U $3 million. $3 million. Look, Kanye West gave him $3 million. The organization grants $2.2 million. That's 5. And he also admitted that Wiz Khalifa paid $25,000 every year and paid for the field that they use to play basketball, I mean, he had over 300 kids. You understand what I'm saying? And 25,000 from him, 20,000 from him. All of these celebrities was giving this nigga in the 20s, 25,000, 30,000, 80,000, 60,000. And none of that shit, most of that shit, that it was being wired to his personal account. You see what I'm saying? And then they go use this. It's not a chance that, you know, that you know, a lot of the parents that's going to see this is going to look at this and they're going to be like, damn, man, we trusted you, because they're going to turn on him because of them kids, homie. And you know how women is. Shit, not my motherfucking baby. You take me with my motherfucking child, motherfucker. Nah, fuck you. You told me that was my baby. My baby told you he needed some new football shoes. You told him to ask me. You got $3 million from these celebrities. I'm telling you, the mothers, man, the mothers. This was probably one of the most craziest situations, man. I think, you know, he did it to himself. You know, this situation right here is going to be, this is, I could just see how they're going to spin this shit so they can get the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Just like with everything. The government used women to turn against men since the beginning of time. Oh, we give you Section 8. We'll give you, you know, government assistance, but that nigga can't be inside that house. You want this government assistance? You want this free apartment with this low income? Get him up out of here. You see what I'm saying? You can't, nope. We don't want no man in this household. You see what I'm saying? And this is exactly how they go use it. The government, I actually believe that this is political. I think they targeted Big U for political reasons. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to get further into it as we go down this rabbit hole, but this specifically got a political agenda to it. Let's go.
We're going to check it all of your equipment.
If you're a content creator, then you need to be using Motion Ray for your videos. My name is Tyler Everts, a filmmaker and YouTube creator.
Although the biggest name on the indictment was Big U, authorities also announced that they had charged 18 other members and associates of the Rolling 60s. Some of those charged are as follows: Christian Forbes, aka Bus, Donovan Hughes, Amont Green, Zahir Mitchell, aka Bricc Baby, all with being felons in possession of firearms. In the 107-page federal complaint charging Big U and others, FBI agent Andrew Rossa described the Rolling 60s as a violent criminal street gang with associated sets in several other states. The Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips takes their name from the numbered streets between Slauson and Florence Avenue. They were one of the first cliques or sets of the Crips to spring up in the area, according to a 1992 Times Magazine article.
The Rolling 16 Crips have been around for decades, and by some estimates are among the largest gangs in the country, with factions in multiple states.
The United States District Court for the Central District of California authorized multiple Title III wiretaps and electronic interception orders for telephones being used by certain subjects of the investigation, which would include Big U and Zahir Mitchell, aka Bricc Baby. However, Bricc is also the subject of a separate indictment, case number 225-CR-00132, which a portion of was finally unsealed. I'm pretty sure by now that you have all heard about Brick's criminal history. That boy Bricc was in and out of the county more than a fat kid loves cake. On or about July the 12th of 2022 in Los Angeles, within the Central District of California, Bricc knowingly possessed ammunition, namely 3 rounds of 9mm Luger caliber ammunition, which was expelled from a firearm that he possessed and shot in the business parking lot, affecting interstate and foreign commerce. On or about June the 23rd of 2023 in Los Angeles, within the Central District of California, Bricc knowingly possessed the following firearms and ammunition, each affecting interstate and foreign commerce. The firearms are as listed: a Ruger model LCP 380 caliber pistol bearing serial number 379057941.
This is a Ruger LCP 2 Max. So, the Ruger LCP is probably one of the most popular guns that Ruger makes.
A Canic model TP9 SF 9mm caliber pistol bearing serial number 9A T00966.
Okay, so let's talk about the Canic TP9 SF a little bit. This is a gun made in Turkey, and in Turkey they pronounce the name of the gun Janik.
The Redom manufactured model Hellpup 5.6 by 5.4 caliber pistol, bearing serial number EAC 117473522.
We're going to be talking about the Inner Ordnance Hellpup, and it's a Polish-made AK-47 pistol. Pretty standard fare there. I'm sure you guys know how an AK operates.
Approximately 26 rounds of Cascade Cartridge Inc. 9mm caliber ammunition, approximately 32 rounds of Lake City 5.6 caliber ammunition, approximately 6 rounds of 380 caliber ammunition, approximately 31 rounds of Remington Peters 5.6 caliber ammunition, approximately 36 rounds of Hornady 5.6 caliber ammunition, 1 round of Spear 45 caliber ammunition, and 1 round of precision made cartridges 45 caliber ammunition. To those who aren't aware or have any idea about guns, this isn't a lot of ammunition at all. Most of these weapons can take all of these shells with one single extended cartridge. Bricc possessed these firearms and ammunition knowing that he had previously been convicted of at least one of the following felony crimes. 1. Reckless evading in violation of California Vehicle Section 2800.2A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number BA368213 on or about April the 15th of 2010. 2. Possession of a controlled substance in violation of California Health and Safety Code Section 11350A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number SAO79886 on or about December the 6th of 2012. 3. Possession of a controlled substance in violation of California and Health Safety Code Section 11350A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number SA085626 on or about February the 4th of 2014. 4. Criminal threats in violation of California Penal Code Section 422A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number BA433220 on or about August the 2nd of 2016. And last but not least, number 5. Robbery in violation of California Penal Code Section 211 in the Superior Court.
All right, so look at all this, what they got on. Look what they got. Look what they got on them. Look exactly what they got on them. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy to me, man. This is crazy. They got too much. They got too much. You understand what I'm saying? And he didn't even see. My thing was this: what informed Big U that they was gonna raid his house? Just imagine these dudes. It's like, damn, nigga, you got up out of here, but you didn't warn us. You know that they got y'all on a wiretap talking, so the connection is there. The connection between Big U and him is there because they have the wiretap. See what I'm saying? This is why I say right now, Loose Cannon got a bail for 200,000. You see what I'm saying? 200,000. I think his wife over there doing phone interviews. You know, if y'all want to talk to Loose Cannon and do some interviews, contact his wife, and I guess she'll connect the dots so y'all can do a phone interview. I would highly advise anybody who want to talk to Loose, you know, don't ask him about his case, his crime, because he's being recorded. And a lot of people don't realize that. So that's what's going on. So you got to look at and just imagine what if Loose bail is 200,000, what you think Bricc Babies is going to be. You see what I'm saying? They got rounds of ammunition, multiple guns. Not to mention, I would think that this same video with Bricc Baby, you know, sitting next to Loose Cannon with that chopstick, you would think that Adam would delete that. They're going to use that in court. That probably is one of the guns that they caught him up with, gang. You see what I'm saying? That's probably one of those guns. That's why I say, man, hey, look, man, hey, look, bro, being a gangster on the internet, homie, is probably not the smartest thing to do. You see what I'm saying? Because we done heard this man say he done killed people, and you get caught with multiple guns and get out. My thing is this. This is why people look. We're talking about a felon with an illegal weapon. To me, it will only be logical for me to think, how did Bricc Baby get out of federal custody for a weapon and not have to wear ankle monitor? Ain't nobody asked that. Think about it. Why wasn't Bricc Baby? Think about it. Bricc Baby was going to Texas, going to Atlanta, doing all of these shows. Bricc Baby was never on an ankle monitor. This is why I say a lot of y'all not thinking straight. Think about it. Everybody who just got released from the feds, they're on an ankle monitor. Armani was just at Trap Kitchen. I think she probably just lost her job, right? Well, they just relieved her from her duties or something like that. She's on an ankle monitor. Everybody that they literally just released, they released them on bail with an ankle monitor. How is it that Bricc Baby got caught with that AK-47, multiple pistols and ammunition, and then you don't have to have an ankle monitor? I'm telling you, they saving. Look, man, a lot of people don't want to admit that shit, but think about it. Zaire is 37. I don't know. How old? Somebody go look up how old is Bricc Baby. How old? Go look it up real fast. How old is Bricc Baby? You see what I'm saying? Because when we think about this, that nigga is up there in age. You know what I'm saying? I know he ain't 40 yet. All right. Nah, he not 40. I know that for a fact. He not 40. He not 40. 35? Nah, yeah, around there, 35. Okay, think about it. 35? 35. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, gang. That is nothing to play with. 35? Oh, y'all just thought. All right, what Pete says? 37. Now that sounds more, more tangible. So just imagine 37 years old. You got that little girl that you swore to protect and all that. Hold on. All them rounds they got on that nigga.
Approximately 36 rounds of Hornady 5.6 caliber ammunition, 1 round of Spear 45 caliber ammunition, and 1 round of precision made cartridges 45 caliber ammunition. To those who aren't aware of have any idea about guns, this isn't a lot of ammunition at all. Most of these weapons can take all of these shells with one single extended cartridge. Bricc possessed these firearms and ammunition knowing that he had previously been convicted of at least one of the following felony crimes. 1. Reckless evading in violation of California Vehicle Section 2800.2A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number BA368213 on or about April the 15th of 2010. 2. Possession of a controlled substance in violation of California Health and Safety Code Section 11350A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number SAO79886 on or about December the 6th of 2012. 3. Possession of a controlled substance in violation of California and Health Safety Code Section 11350A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number SA085626 on or about February the 4th of 2014. 4. Criminal threats in violation of California Penal Code Section 422A in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number BA433220 on or about August the 2nd of 2016. And last but not least, number 5. Robbery in violation of California Penal Code Section 211 in the Superior Court of the State of California. Case number BA456220 on or about October the 7th of 2020. It's no secret that Bricc has been a recurring host on the No Jumper podcast, engaging in discussions on various topics related to hip-hop culture, street life, and criminal gang activity. In typical save himself fashion, the delusional Adam22 take to his Instagram account, openly admitting that Bricc has talked to him about street activities in private. In that same video, Adam would flat out say that he is going to debrief with the feds when they come knocking.
A video where a certain somebody said that they think that I'm a cooperator, that I'm a witness in this whole indictment. A
lot of times people try to base their journeys off of what other people are doing.
I want to clarify. If the feds hit me up, I'm going to sit with the feds. I'm going to have a conversation with them. Want to know why? Because I don't know shit. Like, number one, what the hell do I know about Big U? I barely spent time around Big U. I interviewed him. That's about it. As far as Bricc Baby, we've had conversations and shit, but would I be able to be privy to any of the crazy stuff that they might eventually accuse him of? No, not at all. Bricc Baby never told me about nothing of any significance in terms of any kind of street shit. You know, he's told me about stuff, but not like anything.
All right, see that right there. See, for me, the feds, they won't be able to use that. But the moment he said he told me stuff, any information would be vital. You see what I'm saying? This is probably something that Adam should have just been like, man, look, I don't know shit. He ain't told me shit, and left it at that. Because they would look, he's already on camera saying he don't know shit. They're not going to use him if he don't know something. But when the moment he said he told him stuff, which for the life of me, I don't understand what would make you think it's cool to tell him something that he was never around. He has no real ties or association to our community. You see what I'm saying? Everything he's do is above board and it's on the book. It's us. When we get to that platform, y'all get to singing like Jodeci, bro. It's about time dudes start, look, just, hey, you got the right to shut up. You got the right to keep your mouth closed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing you don't do. You don't tell your business. You don't tell who you fucking. And you sure don't let a nigga know your next move. You see what I'm saying? And this is a problem with us. We so flashy. We so want everybody, oh, look at me. I got something going on. Everything that you have in your life is only temporary. Believe that. Everything. The jewelry, the cars, all of that shit. Because, hey, we all one paycheck away from being homeless. We all one paycheck away, and I don't care who you are. Yeah, right. Now all it takes is to get in a car accident and lose your leg. Don't let you be single. You don't got nobody. Then you want to call on your mama, ask your mama for her resources. But at the age we are now, it shouldn't be nobody calling their mama, asking their mama to pay their rent, or none of that shit. That people they didn't raise y'all. Y'all grown out here. Y'all figure it out. You see what I'm saying? This right here just opened back up the door. I thought he was gonna leave it at that. But Adam, he know that the feds they gotta come knocking at this point, because first of all, they might not even need him for that. But they could say the day of the interview with Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby, this is a video footage right here. Is there a pistol in Zaire Mitchell's hip? I can't see. Let me see that. And they're gonna yep. All right, thank you. Your testimony is good. You can get up out of here. That's just to pursue the jurors. You see what I'm saying? So everything right now, it counts, bro. Everything counts, gang. Let's go.
That really would move the needle. I wouldn't be able to say that I witnessed anything really illegal of any interest, even if I did have the feds breathing down my neck. Loose Cannon, like, what the fuck do I know about Loose Cannon? The only shit I've seen that everybody else has seen on video. So I just want to throw that out there that, me telling. I have not had a conversation with a fed, a cop, about any gang shit, street shit, anything involving Crips. I never had a cop say the fucking word Crip to me ever in my whole life. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. You can count on Big 22. I'm solid. Free the Crips.
If you were not paying attention to language being used by the feds, the terms witnesses, confidential informant, and cooperating co-conspirators are being used very loosely, which in retrospect tells you that there is more than one snitch on this case. It's no surprise at all that the feds went hard with this case. Investigation employed various additional investigative techniques, including surveillance, vehicle tracking, poll cameras, recording devices, interaction with confidential sources, and information garnered through undercover purchases of firearms and narcotics. Despite the ongoing back and forth over social media, Big U has not been linked to the murder of Nipsey Hussle. In fact, if the feds had any concrete evidence on Big U, they would have attached Big U to the crime years ago. As much as internet onlookers would like to see Bricc caught up with the Lil Durk shit, unfortunately, Bricc has nothing to do with that entire situation. Had Bricc been involved, it would have been in his indictment. If I'm keeping it all the way 100, in my opinion, anyone that has any involvement with this Big U shit in any way, shape, form, or fashion needs to fall back from the internet. At this point, especially Adam 22. Charges in Brick's indictment ain't no joke, which can lead to Bricc doing some serious time. Under federal law, specifically 18 USC 922G, being a felon in possession of a firearm carries a statutory maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. However, if the individual has 3 or more prior convictions for violent felonies or serious drug offenses, the Armed Career Criminal Act, aka ACCA, mandates a maximum sentence of 15 years.
Representative David Kustoff introduced the Armed Career Criminal Act in the House this week. He says the goal of the bill is to better define certain crimes. The legislation would do away with the concept of violent felonies or serious drug offenses and make them all, quote, serious felonies. Kustoff says the bill removes any discretion or doubt about which offenses qualify.
The exact sentence Bricc could face if convicted depend on various factors, including his prior criminal history and the specifics of the current charges.
All right, so I don't know if y'all really been paying attention, but y'all heard what Donald Trump was saying. You see what I'm saying? Donald Trump is cracking down on it. You see what I'm saying? Donald Trump want to send you out the country to either Montego Bay or Tamil Bay or Sikot in El Salvador. You see what I'm saying? Where you have no access to your families, no phone calls, nothing. They shave your head and you live in a cell with 50 to 60 people every day. You eat from your cell. You don't even leave your cell. You stay in your cell all day, every day. America got some of the most softest prisons ever when we look at this shit, right? But understand this. For the life of me, Bricc Baby got released from having an AK-47 and 3 other pistols. And just those 3 pistols alone carries a maximum of 10 years, 10, 20, 30, not to mention the AK-47 and not to mention all the extreme amount of ammunition. I don't remember if it was 5 years per bullet and all that type of shit. He's looking at so much time. So let's just say, we can say 35 some years, right? All right, look, man, this is why I say I don't understand why he didn't run. He was traveling to Texas. He was traveling to Atlanta. Do y'all remember when he was in Texas doing all the shows, and then he went to Atlanta to go interview Woody? Why you didn't get up out of here, gang? Why you didn't go to? I'm pretty sure he got a passport. Why you didn't leave the country, bro? You could have easily. You went to Mexico. You could have left from Mexico and flew from Mexico to Cuba somewhere where they can't expedite you back to the United States. He could have ran. He could have ran. It's no reason. Think about it. What was the point? You knew that they let you out knowing that you got caught with an AK-47, which is illegal, and 3 other pistols. Come on, gang. Come on. Bricc Baby will be out of jail and by the time he's age 60. By the time he's the age of 60, he will be out of jail. Y'all understand something? I want y'all to pay attention, homie. Bricc Baby was released from federal custody without, think about it. He got released from federal custody on no ankle monitor. Had no ankle monitor whatsoever. It wasn't like they was tracking him. That's everybody right now who just got released is on an ankle monitor. Why wasn't Bricc Baby on an ankle monitor, homie? It just don't make no sense. It don't make, if y'all can't see the suspicion, the red flags in between that, then some of these dudes are just, it just don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. He'll plead out for 15 years. And they got multiple shit on that boy, man. Come on, man. It's that 15 now. They coming high. They coming in hot. They're not coming with no 15 years off the bat. That ain't nothing. The nigga, at the end of the day, yeah, nigga do that. Yeah, nigga do that. You know what I'm saying? He'll be home by the time he's 55. 55. That still, come on, bro. Yeah. That nigga be home by the time he's 55. But it just didn't make no sense for me why he wouldn't run. It just don't make no sense. Let's go.
Action to fall back from the internet at this point, especially Adam 22. Charges in Brick's indictment ain't no joke, which can lead to Bricc doing some serious time. Under federal law, specifically 18 USC 922G, being a felon in possession of a firearm carries a statutory maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. However, if the individual has 3 or more prior convictions for violent felonies or serious drug offenses, the Armed Career Criminal Act, aka ACCA, mandates a maximum sentence of 15 years.
Representative David Kustoff introduced the Armed Career Criminal Act in the House this week. He says the goal of the bill is to better define certain crimes. The legislation would do away with the concept of violent felonies or serious drug offenses and make them all, quote, serious felonies. Kustoff says the bill removes any discretion or doubt about which offenses qualify.
The exact sentence Bricc could face if convicted depend on various factors, including his prior criminal history and the specifics of the current charges. With so many criminal offenses on his jacket, a federal judge can and just might enhance him.
Sentence enhancements are exactly what they sound like. They are an enhancement to your sentence under a criminal conviction. And so what that means is that it increases the amount of time that you can be committed to incarceration.
So we're talking. So that means 15 years per pistol. 15 years. Nah. That man, that boy have a heart attack. That boy telling that nigga, woo, you want to smoke crack and cut class, son? Woo, shit. May God be the glory. My God, boy, all the time, nigga, that nigga singing. Look, and he's not, man, look, they haven't even got him to the Rico yet. Bricc baby is going to sing little as Bricc. Bricc is little. He got one. Listen, he got a messed up arm for number one. Number two, man, he was already, man, listen. Remember he was talking about booka. All of those, those sex jokes, that lover boy, lady boy man jokes and booka, all that shit. And yeah, nigga, somebody like chili on their hot dog will be in that cell. You only got one hand. I'm sick, so man, ain't nothing happening, man. Hey, ain't nothing happening, man. Nigga, he go dookie on himself. He go shit all over the cell. Ain't nothing happening over here, nigga. Speaking here, man. That's all right there. That nigga gonna be telling. I'm telling you, that nigga telling, boy. I know a nigga that gonna be singing. That nigga telling. I'm telling y'all, man, this is so serious, gang. Let's go.
And so because of that, it relies on specific factors and aspects of your case, whether that may be the facts, how the crime was committed, specific acts that were committed during the crime that may present as aggravating factors. Now, most commonly, sentence enhancements are added, such as for the use of a specific weapon, such as a gun. Additionally, there are gang enhancements that were often used by DA offices. And the most significant enhancement that a lot of people are aware of was the 3 strikes law. There have been a lot of changes that have occurred to sentencing enhancements. Although they don't apply retroactively, it is important to look at the impact that these sentence enhancements have had on the length of time that people are spending in overcrowded jails. And because of sentence enhancements, it adds that layer of pressure when you're deciding your case, whether you're going to plead out or whether you're going to take it to trial.
At this point, Brick's best interest would be to take a plea, not one of those hot-ass plea deals where he is cooperating with the feds, but in admission to his own guilt to a lesser charge. Dude got popped red-handed with the blowers. Ain't no other way around it. In fact, the only reason the feds attached Bricc to Big U is to get Bricc to speak on Big U. To keep it all the way 100, it's looking like Bricc already told though. Key components of his case still remain sealed.
All right, man. That's where we at with it, man. Yeah, man. Hey, I just call it how I see it, man. Look, man, I'm 40-some years old, man. I don't care what you suckers in the comments talking about, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we too old to be out here playing like we still spring chicken out here. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get 40, nigga love standing in the house. Nigga, are you going out tonight? No, nigga, I ain't going out tonight. Nigga, keep these bills and these lights and shit going on. I don't got time. We party too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to stay in the house. That's what we got to do. But a big shout out to the 1,300 that came through. Come tap in and rock with me, man. Y'all will see y'all in the morning. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, make sure y'all hit that notification bell because I will be going on this in the morning so y'all can get every time I go live. I'll see y'all on the next one, gang. Let's go.